Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic, and we want to welcome you to this platform here today, regardless of what your addiction may be. You are welcome here. We support your pathway to recovery, and whichever pathway it is that you choose, we are here to help, and we definitely want to make sure that it works for you. If you're watching us through our Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, we encourage you to share your own experience, strength, and hope, and your own words of wisdom. You never know who needs to hear what it is you have to say, and it could just change someone's life, including your own. Real quick reminder, if you're local to the area, to the Barboursville, West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia area, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Pea Ridge United Methodist Church, we will have the next installment of our Crosstalk series. And wow, these meetings are just very engaging, very dynamic, very fluid. And you don't have a chance to get bored in these meetings. So if you're local to the area, if you're within driving distance, say a few hours, come on down, check it out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. They're incredible meetings. Also, to my friend in Colorado, I just was going through my text this morning, and I saw you sent me that text the other day, and for some reason in my brain, I thought I responded. Well, obviously, I didn't respond to your text, and I didn't realize that until this morning. So about the online virtual meetings, we don't have any set up yet, but we have talked about it. We've kicked around the idea, and I have a feeling that they're going to be, those online virtual meetings will be in our very near future. So just hang tight. As soon as we get them set up, I will definitely share the link with you, share all the information to participate, as well with everybody else, anyone else who might want to join as well. So just hang tight for us on that. But I'm really favoring the idea for sure. So I want to finish up today, kind of drive this point home that we've been talking about the last couple of days. So, we've finally said, okay, you know what, maybe I can't control my drinking. Maybe I can't stop at just that first drink or just that first hit of my drug of choice. I'll take one and I start obsessing over it. And next thing you know, I'm doing stupid shit to get that next hit or get that next fix, get that next drink, that next bottle. So yeah, Drew, you know what? Maybe you have convinced me that maybe I am an alcoholic, maybe I am a drug addict. But what good does that do me? Okay, I admitted that I'm a drug addict. I admitted I'm an alcoholic. What good does that do me? Well, it does you a lot of good. See, if we know something is wrong and we admit that something's wrong, then that positions us to change. But that's the critical piece. That's the critical piece. How do we just change being a drug addict? How do we just change being an alcoholic? Well, let me say this. I will never stop being an alcoholic, but I changed the way I respond and the way I deal with my alcoholism. And kind of off on a side note, I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm also a certified nutrition coach through National Academy of Sports Medicine. And I can tell you firsthand, myself, I lived this. I experienced some dramatic weight loss, about 80 pounds worth of weight loss. All that change, all the change you saw on the outside of me, it started up here. And that's true with our addiction as well. See, Bill writes in the big book, alcohol is but a symptom. Our addiction is but a symptom. The real problem of the alcoholic or drug addict centers in his mind. And so if we want to change anything in our lives, it all starts with how we think. The problem is we've been preconditioned. We have been preconditioned on how we think, on what we think. Great example, as I shared the other day. I was preconditioned, if you will, or conditioned to believe that God hated me as a kid. When I first came in the rooms, I heard them talking about faith, heard them talking about God. I heard them talking about spirituality. My mind immediately flashed back to the God of my childhood. When my pastor would tell me that I was burning hell for listening to FM radio. When my pastor told me I didn't dress the part, I didn't look the part to participate in the church band. That's the God I immediately flashed back to. So, of course I said, well, screw this, I'm out the door. And I went right back out and spent another 7, 8, 9 years drinking, almost to the death. And so when I came back into the rooms, July 21, at that point, I had tried everything physically, humanly possible to control my drinking, to stop my drinking. And nothing physical, nothing human, no human power worked. And the book is very clear about that as well. If there's no human power that can control my drinking, that can get me to stop drinking, maybe I need to start thinking outside of the box. I need to start thinking outside of that box of my conditioned theology, thinking outside of my childhood pastor's box that he painted me in. Maybe I need to start thinking outside of the box. If nothing human could be done to solve my drinking, maybe something inhuman, maybe something supernatural, maybe something spiritual could. And as we've talked over the last couple of days, change all starts on the inside, and it starts with what we think about. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to, right? It all starts with what I'm thinking about. I have to have that, in order for me to elicit change on the outside of my body or in my life, I have to elicit change in my mind first, and meaning I have to change what I'm thinking about. The big book talks about Carl Jung is telling Roland Hazard those vital spiritual experiences manifested through the rearrangement of ideas, emotions, and attitudes. Well, Lord knows I needed some new ideas. I needed some new emotions, and I definitely needed a new attitude on life. So I had to be willing to change. I had to be willing to accept something else in place of all those beliefs that I used to hold dear and true. If I listened to FM radio, I was going to burn in hell. If I smoked a cigarette, I was going to burn in hell. I just couldn't believe all that, but yet I still held on to those beliefs, vehemently held on to those beliefs, and it almost got me killed. And so when I came in the rooms, like I said, in July 21, I was open to the idea. At that point, I had already tried everything. There was nothing else for me to do. I tried everything humanly possible, so I had to start thinking inhuman. I had to start thinking supernatural, because at that point in my life, that was the only thing that even had a remote chance of helping me stop drinking. And I want to ask you today, what do you have to lose? What if everything I've said is absolutely wrong? Everything from spirituality, everything from, we're not talking about religion. We're not talking about, the God from the Baptist church or the Pentecostal church or the Presbyterian church. I've told you all that. And we're not talking about that God. We're talking about you coming to believe that there is a power that is greater than you as a human being. It's greater than me as a human being. There is a power that is out there for you that can help you become restored to sanity. That's all we're asking. We're not asking you to believe in a particular religion or denomination. No, we're just asking you: can you come to the belief that something else out there, maybe on a supernatural plane, exists that can help restore you to sanity? If you can answer that, then great. But let's say, for the sake of conversation, we're wrong. Let's say that I'm wrong. Everything I've told you is wrong. That there is no power out there greater than yourself that can restore you to sanity. What if I'm wrong and there is no power out there that could restore me to sanity? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen if you take that step and it's wrong, but there is no power? What do you have to lose? Absolutely nothing other than your life. See, if you don't at least try, then you're going to keep going back to the same habits. If I didn't try to take that step, which it wasn't tough per se, it wasn't that tough for me to take that step. If I didn't try, then I would have kept drinking and I would have probably been dead by the end of 2021. Thank God for the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. I want to ask you, what do you have to lose other than being wrong? Okay, what if you're wrong? What if you believe that a power greater than yourself could restore you to sanity and you're wrong? What have you lost? Nothing. See, I would rather be wrong than dead, right? I'd rather take a chance of being wrong than being dead, because being dead gets me nowhere. So, let me remind you of this too. Be willing to change your ideas and your thoughts and your attitudes, because the ideas and thoughts and attitudes that you have are what brought you into the rooms in the first place. With that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have a kick-ass Thursday. We'll talk again tomorrow. Remember, crosstalk meeting tomorrow night at Pea Ridge United Methodist Church. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be more appreciative. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.